somewhat of a little bit of a different type of video. I wanted to start doing a monthly reset routine with you guys just because we started the year off making a vision board together, and then I just feel like I left you hanging. I didn't really kind of follow up, tell you guys what my goals were for the year, and keep myself accountable and on track. And I think the best way to do that is to do it with you guys. So I figured with the end of January, it's literally today, it's the last day of January, so happy February to you guys, because when you guys are seeing this, it is February 1st, so happy February. And I thought, what better way than to start a fresh month. We're going to reflect on our January goals. I'm going to show you guys the goals that I had set for myself. Now, mind you, these goals I set because of the things that I want that's on my vision board, and the way I do that is by writing down little goals that I can obtain every month, so that by the end of that year, those things are happening. Like those things I have made come true in my life, that I have completed, I have success, I have gotten in my life. So I just wanted to kind of share that little tidbit with you guys. So I wanted to start the video by reflecting on January. So I am going to pop up a picture probably right here and show you guys my January reflection, and then we will go through and see what goals I hit in January. For my reflections for January, the first question I asked myself was, what were you most proud of? So I have two things that I was most proud of this month, and one of them was doing our master bedroom makeover. So we have done one small, somewhat big project in our house, and this was before I was on YouTube. It was right when we moved in, and Rai's job was now going to require him to work from home. And so we did the front of our house has this study stash slash den, and we decided to make that his home office. So we painted in there, we put some floating shelves in there, we got a little couch and coffee table and a rug, and we kind of just made that area cozy for him because he'd be sitting there at his desk all day. But this to me was a really big project, our master bedroom makeover. You guys haven't seen it yet, but you guys are getting a little sneak peek of what the wall looks like. So Ryan and I did this wall, this batten board type wall. We painted it, we took all the measurements, we sanded, we nailed, we painted, did all of that, plus some other things to our room. And I just am so proud of us, first of all, coming up with this project together. This was our Christmas present we decided to do to each other, because it was going to be, a big chunk of money. We also have pieces of furniture that we're adding to this room that have been ordered. They just haven't come in yet. But so this was our Christmas present to each other, and I'm just proud that we did it, and we did it within a month. Rai has just started a second job that requires him traveling a ton. As you guys know, he's gone 3 to 4 days a week in Texas, and then he's home for 3 or 4 days. So I'm very proud that we, instead of just chilling on the weekends when he's home, we worked every weekend that he was home, getting supplies, painting, working, buying pieces of furniture, all that stuff. So I love the way it turned out. It's gorgeous. There's still, like I said, I'm waiting on some furniture and a few other pieces, and then I promise the master bedroom makeover is coming. You guys are going to die when you see the before and after. It's crazy how much a makeover can change the whole vibe of a room. I just love being in our room now. But that was something that I'm very proud of, that I learned a lot of stuff. Rai works in construction, so he taught me a lot of new things when it comes to home projects, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud that I learned some new tools in my tool belt to take on projects. I now know how to do these certain things. So I was very proud of doing that. I was also proud of filming 8 YouTube videos. Now, yes, I filmed 12 in December, And I was beyond proud of myself for doing that because I never done that many videos. And I, like you all know, I just started my YouTube channel in September of 2023. So I've not even been on YouTube for 6 months. And I set the goal to try to hit 2 a week. And with this video with the last video that just went up, it's going up today, so that's why I'm saying that. But the last video that's going up is actually, I think, my 9th video for the month. So very proud that I hit my goal, and stay tuned because I have another goal for YouTube for February. So my next question that I said to myself was, what challenged you? So what I wrote was my finance tracker. This was in my top 10 goals that I had, was to start budgeting me and Rye's account, and then also my personal account. Rye and I have a joint account that we each put in a certain amount of money into. It pays for our bills and necessities, and then we both have our own personals that we kind of pay ourselves out of. That's like our spending money. If I want to go spend money on myself, I have that money to do it. And the same goes for Rye. That's just how it's worked for us since we've lived together, and we've been living together for 4 years now, and it just works for us. But we don't really stick to like a budget when it comes to like groceries or like eating out, or like how much we're going to spend on date night for the month, like whatever. And we really both have decided like this is the year that we really want to start doing that, because like I've said, we have bigger financial goals, and the only way we're going to hit those goals is if we crack down and we stick to a budget, and we like don't go over, and we keep track. And the only way to do that is to look at your finances every day. I did really, really, really good the first 2 weeks of January. Every morning I was looking at our bank accounts, I was tracking, I was making sure bills were getting paid, like we weren't spending over on groceries. And then the last part of the month, it kind of got annoying. If I'm going to be completely honest, it got annoying to get on every day, check the account. So I don't know. I don't know if I need to find a better way of doing that, or I just need to get more strict with myself and just say it literally takes 2 seconds to get on and check and make sure that I'm not going over budget on stuff. But I don't know, I just was like I guess because it's a boring task, and so therefore because it was boring I didn't want to do it. But if I want to hit my goals, I know I need to be checking our accounts every day, so that's definitely something that was a challenge, and I want to work on better. The next one was 3 things that I was grateful for this month. First of all, the first one I wrote was time, and that just means because I feel very grateful that I have time to not only stay at home with our son, but I also am there for the other 2 kids. I love being here when Reese gets off the bus and greeting her and taking her to the bus stop and making sure she gets off to school okay. When they were younger and I was a single mom, I didn't get that luxury, and so having it now, I'm very, very blessed and grateful to have that. I love being able to cook for my family. That's like one of my big love languages, is providing for them and giving them things, like not like taking them to Target every day. We do not do that. Just ask my daughter. She would love that, but I do not do that. But doing things for them, that's how I show them that I love them. So being able to be at home and cooking a home cooked meal every night for them, and spending time at night with them when they get off the bus and just asking them how their day is, I'm very, very grateful for that. My second thing that I'm grateful for is my mornings alone. You guys, I have been probably getting up early now since June of last year, and you know, as you guys know, I'm at home, so the baby doesn't get up till 7:30. Like Rich doesn't get up till 7:30. So technically I don't need to get up till 7:30, but I am so much more productive, and I am like my cup is more full when I get to get up and the house is pitch dark and it's quiet and no one else is up. I can make my coffee, I can do my workout, I can shower, I can get myself ready, I can like write down my goals for the day, write down the things that I need to do for the day, journal, read, watch a YouTube video. I mean, I've been getting up, I set my alarm for 4:30 and I get out of bed by 4:45, 4:50 at the latest. I'm downstairs at 5. That gives me 2.5 hours by myself, and it is the best 2.5 hours. I can't even tell you. And yes, I am a morning person, so it's not that hard for me. Yes, there's times that it is hard for me to get out of bed, especially in the winter when it's cold. But oh my gosh, it just brings me so much joy. And like I said, it fills my cup up. And so I know that I need that time alone, and I just love it. I'm very grateful for my time in the mornings. My third thing that I'm grateful for is my Friday night movie nights that I do with the family. So when Ryan and I first moved in together, the kids were much younger. The two older kids were much younger, and COVID hit. And so our new thing was ordering pizza and sitting down in the living room and watching like a new blockbuster movie type thing. And we had so much fun doing that. It was just a great bonding thing, especially with all of us being new to living together. It was really such a great thing that I enjoyed looking forward to. And then we just kind of got out of that routine. You know, life gets busy, the kids got older, they become teenagers, and they don't seem to really care to do that. But lately, Reese has really been enjoying doing that with us, and her and I realized going to Hollywood Studios when we loved Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind, that we really wanted to get into the Marvel, and Rye got on board. Like, Rye's like, I've never really seen any of the Marvels, I haven't really been into it, but like, I want to go to the theme parks and I want to understand some of the rides better by knowing and seeing the movies. So we decided, the three of us, to start a Friday night movie night, and it has been so much fun. We've watched like 4 or 5. And we started from like the order of the timeline of the Marvel series. So, you know, we watched Captain America, Captain Marvel, the Iron Mans, and it's just been something that I actually really look forward to. Come Friday night, we pop popcorn, or I've been baking like cookies, or we have a bowl of ice cream, and the three of us just sit down after Rich has gone to bed, and we've been watching a Marvel movie, and that's just something I'm so grateful for. It's just for the three of us to have that time together. And my last question I asked myself was, what was my happiest moment? I had 2 this month. So my first one sounds really weird, but it was going to Home Depot. And I say that because, again, I just enjoyed doing something together as like a team with Rye. I think it was really, really good for our relationship. It bonds you, it brings you closer together. You have to work on something together. You know, if there's a problem, you have to solve it together. And we did really, really well at that. And that makes me excited to do more fun projects with him. So I very much love just going to Home Depot. We took the 2 younger kids and we went and looked at paint samples, and we got like all the tools that we needed and the boards we needed, and it was just such a fun day. We walked around, we like looked at all the other fun things, like Reese loves going over and looking at kitchen appliances, and like we looked at like closet makeovers, and it was just a fun family outing, and we don't get to do that often. Everyone's just so busy. And so it was just like the perfect Saturday day trip as a family, and I just really enjoyed that time with them. Second thing that was one of my most happiest moments was saving the first chunk for our family cruise. So Ryan and I, on our honeymoon cruise, which we took back in September, it was our very first cruise. We took it on Royal Caribbean, and we booked a trip for just the 2 older kids. Ridge, we just feel like with cruising is just a little bit too young. He would not be able to do any of the excursions when you get off the cruise, and I just feel like he'd just be in daycare the whole time, and I just didn't want to do that. So he's gonna go stay with my mom. So we are taking the other 2 on a 7-night cruise out of Fort Lauderdale on Royal Caribbean. I think it's on Freedom of the Seas, and the first chunk I just saved for. So I'm very excited. That trip is September 1st, so I have a little bit, but just saving like the first chunk and like putting it in the envelope that says like our cruise vacation gets me so freaking excited. Like, I cannot wait just to see the kids' faces. Like I said, they've never been on a cruise, so it's going to be a lot of first times for both of them, and there's nothing better than your parent, like a parent providing something like that and seeing their faces light up. It's like Christmas morning all over again. So that was another happy moment that I worked hard this month and I saved my money, and the first chunk is taken care of. Okay, so our January reflection is over. So now let's go and see what January goals I crushed. Okay, so as you can see, I wrote down my January goals. I had 10 goals, and let me just start by saying every month, and this is just what I do, my first 5 are going to be my personal, and then my last 5 are more financial slash career. So that's just how I've been doing it for like the last year. You can do as many goals as you want. I just find like 10 is very much attainable for me, and I like not overwhelming myself with just all career, all financial, like just having, because I feel like it's very important that you have goals for yourself, like wellness, health, mind, body. So that's just how I do it, but you can do it however you want. So okay, so we're gonna start by, my first goal says 4:30. So this to me means getting up, getting downstairs by 5 o'clock every single day. At least, well, let me say this, 5 days a week, that I'm getting up and being downstairs at 5 o'clock to start my workout. I did do this the last 4 weeks, so we can check that off. 4-week program. You guys, I don't know if you new ones, you newbies know, but I am a part of Beachbody. So we do a online workout. They have thousands and thousands of different programs. So I just picked a 4-week program, which is basically 20 workouts in a month. And I will say I did end up completing my 4-week program, so we can check that off. DIY, that of course is a do-it-yourself project. This month I did our master bedroom. That is completed. We can mark him off. Finance tracker, that was me requiring me to get in our budget every single day. And like you guys said, like I said to you guys, I only did like the first 2 weeks, so we did not do that. Meal prep, I did meal prep. I was eating 5 meals a day. I've been doing really, really good with that. Still sticking to that. 8 YouTube videos. We did that this month. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this last one that went up was my 9th one. 8 Instagram posts. This has been surprisingly such a challenge for me, and this could have gone in my reflection of challenges too, but I have a hard time posting on Instagram, so that definitely did not happen. Like, I don't even think I have 4. $800 in my emergency fund, that definitely did not happen. I think I ended up only putting 100 this month, but we also did a huge DIY project, so I feel like if I hadn't done the huge DIY, I would have been able to have hit that, but didn't hit that this month. We did hit our first chunk for our cruise. I'm very excited about that. And then I hit my first big chunk for Rye's birthday trip. That will be coming in October, so I need to be saving for that, but I can tell you guys about that later on. So out of 10 goals, we hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 10 goals, which to me is really good, especially to the start of our new year. Okay, so I have my top 10 February goals written down. I'm going to put a picture of them right up here on the screen for you guys, so you guys can kind of follow along with me. And if any of these kind of give you any ideas of the goals you want to set for this month. But my first 5 are going to be at my personal. So my first personal goal will be 20 workouts. I did really good with this month, so I want to do it again in February. So I'm gonna that's 5 days a week for 4 weeks. I feel like that's very attainable, so I want to keep that up. So 20 workouts for the month. My second personal goal would be 15 minutes outside daily. So whether this is just going in the backyard with Ridge and playing, or even going outside by myself while he's taking a nap if I have time to do that, and reading 15 minutes out of my book, or even just taking him and Bowie on a walk around our neighborhood. I feel like maybe the weather will start getting a little bit better in February to where the sun's out more, it's not so severely cold, or it's not as windy. So I really want to make that achievable. Like I said, even if it's just 15 minutes, I don't have to spend 30 minutes and outside or anything like that, especially if it's cold. But if we can just get outside for 15 minutes to get some fresh air, some fresh vitamin D, it makes me feel better, and I know Ridge enjoys doing that. Third personal goal that I have is to do 8 new cookbook recipes. Sorry, I think I have like a hair or something in my mouth. Okay. I have like 10 or 15 cookbook recipes, and I swear I don't think I've ever cooked one recipe out of any of them. So with that being said, I feel like I use Pinterest all the time, and I'm starting to get like a little bored with it. Just seems like the same recipes keep coming through, and I just get tired of scrolling. So I figured what fun way to bring in some new recipes, and it gets me out of the mundane of always going to Pinterest to find a recipe, but by going into my cookbooks that I have, not buying any new ones because I have a ton, and trying 8 new recipes this month. I think that will be fun. I think it will give us some new recipes. I think we get tired of just like spaghetti, breakfast, pizza, tacos, like every single week. And especially on the weekends, I feel more inspired to do something that's a little bit out of my comfort zone, or something that's a little bit more just not like a traditional, like easy, quick weeknight meal. I want to do something more fun on the weekends, even maybe pour myself a glass of wine while I do it. I just feel like it's a way of like romanticizing February. So I feel like that's going to be I'm already very excited for that. Fourth goal that I have for personal would be 2 physical books. So the last year I always wrote down one physical book, and I always do fine with that goal. I always complete the end of the book by the end of the month. So what better way to challenge myself than to hit 2 personal books? I had gotten back, and this will be a fun thing to do with you guys in the like spring and summer, but there are tons of yard and garage sales here. Like that's a big thing down here. It wasn't very big where I was from. And Ryan and I had a blast hitting them all over the summer and stuff. On the weekends, we just thought it was fun to like get up, have a cup of coffee, and hit some garage sales. And one place I scored a ton of good books. And I might like do that. That might be like a fun thing to do, is take you guys with me and like try to see how many like cool books we can get. I don't know, for $5 or something. But I got 2 grocery bags full of just really good books, like a lot of Kristen Hanna books. I even found Colleen Hoover, and the lady was selling them for a quarter. So I blew through all those books last year, but I have 1 left. So I'm going to read that one, and then I also got a brand new Colleen Hoover book for my sister for Christmas. So I've been saving that one to read. So I think I'm going to read both of those. I can share those with you if you want to get these and read these 2 books along with me. I think that would be fun. Leave it in the comments below if you want to do something like that, where we like pick a book or 2 each month and we read it together. Like that could be fun for us to do each month. But yeah, I want to hit 2 physical books for the month of February. And my last personal goal would be 3 dates. So in the parentheses, I wrote 1 couples, 1 solo, 1 family. So this to me means I want to do 1 date night this month with Rye, which we already have planned. We are going to do a Valentine's Day dinner the day after Valentine's Day, because that's when he gets back from his work trip. So we already have dinner reservations at Juniper downtown Greenville. I've never been there. I've heard amazing things about it. I'm so excited. So that's like my Valentine's Day date with him. So that will already be one. I want to do one solo date with myself. I'm 38 years old and I've never done a solo date, like where I've taken myself out, I've gone shopping by myself, maybe I've sat down in Barnes and Noble and like ordered a coffee and read a book, or go to the movies by myself, sit at a bar and have a drink by myself, or go to a coffee shop and sit by myself. Like I go shopping by myself all the time, but I've never ate by myself, drank by myself, gone to a movie by myself. And I feel like as I get older, I want to do that. I think it's good for me, especially having a young kid. I think it's important for us moms to have us time. And yes, I have 2 hours in the morning that I devote to me time, but just getting out and like getting myself like put together, putting a cute outfit on, and just going and having fun by myself, doing something that I enjoy outside of the home, I think is very important. So that is something I really want to do this month. And then the third date that I have is a family date night. So the other night I surprised the family and took us all to Andy's Custard and got us all ice cream. We used to do this all the time during COVID. Talon worked at a Dairy Queen that was literally, you could walk there from our apartment. And we would just go and we would get mini blizzards and we would just, go through the drive-thru. We'd go see Talon, go say hi, and we would get an ice cream and go back home. And it was just something fun to do as a family, just a little date night out. It can only be 5 minutes, it could be 5 hours, but I think that's something that's important and I want to start doing that at least once a month. So that's another date. So my 5 business/career/financial goals is going to be, the first one is going to be 12 YouTube videos. So last month I hit my goal of the 8 videos. This month I want to hit my goal of 12. That means uploading and filming 3 videos every single week for the month of February. This is something huge that I want to do because I really want this to be a long-term goal. I want to hit this goal every month. Like I'm gonna go out and go ahead and say it, but I want to do this for the whole year. Like I want to be able to talk to you guys, hang out with you guys, upload for you guys 3 videos a week. I just think that's very important. The people that I absolutely love, they upload daily and I'm not there yet. Maybe one day, but that just seems very overwhelming to me. I would love to upload every single day because I love doing this. I like light up inside the night before. Like I get giddy, like being able to just get on and talk to you guys. But yeah, I digress. Like going down a rabbit hole. So 12 videos for you guys this month. I'm going to have some that are planned. A lot of them are probably going to be day in the life where I just pick up and you guys are just hanging out with me for the day. But some will be planned, so stay tuned for those because those are going to be fun. So 12 videos for you guys this month. That's a goal. 6 Instagram posts. So last month I said I want to do 8 and I don't even think I did 4. Instagram is very hard for me, but I continue to try and challenge myself to do more on Instagram. So the only way to do that is to write it down, put it in my face, and say it out loud to you guys because you guys can hold me accountable. So 8 Instagram posts for the month of February. That's a goal of mine. And then I have 3 financial goals. So the first one would be $800 in my emergency fund. $300 is another chunk for our cruise. And then $300 is another chunk for Rye's birthday trip. So those are going to be my 10 February goals. I'm very excited to see how many of these goals I can hit this month. I really feel like all these are very attainable, very doable. Yes, it's going to be hard work, but I mean, nothing in life comes free. So to me, I am very excited to try to crush all these goals. I do want to pause real quick and tell you guys the 2 books that I'm reading. So this one is called The Sweet Spot. This is the first book I'm going to read. I just feel like this was perfect to save for February. This is the book that I got for a quarter in a garage sale, and I'm just gonna read kind of the synopsis of what this book is about. When pro baseball player Chase Walker first meets restaurateur Amanda Cole, it's love at first sight. But while Amanda can't help noticing the superstar with the Greek god build, he doesn't have a chance of getting to first or any other base with her. A successful entrepreneur who's built her business from scratch, Amanda doesn't need a Prince Charming to sweep her off her feet. But Chase has charm and heart, as well as hunky good looks, and he isn't about to strike out in this courtship. His hope rallies when Amanda discovers that squeaky clean Chase has a few sexy and very secret pre-game rituals that turn the smart, headstrong businesswoman on and into his #1 fan. I feel like this is just going to be a cute little rom-com type book. I don't know this author Stephanie Ivanovich. I hope I did not just butcher that. But she's the author of the New York's best-selling book, Big Girl Panties. So excited to read a new author and a new book from her. This is the Colleen Hoover book that my sister got me called Too Late. And this is a little bit about this book. Sloane, which I love that name. Sloane will go through hell and back for those she loves, and she does so every single day. Caught up with the alluring Asa Jackson, a notorious drug trafficker, Sloane has finally found a lifeline to cling to, even if it's meant compromising her morals. She was in dire straits trying to pay for her brother's care until she met Asa. But as Sloane became emotionally and economically reliant on him, he in turn developed a disturbing obsession with her, one that becomes increasingly dangerous every day. When undercover DEA agent Carter enters the picture, Sloane's surprised to feel an immediate attraction between them, despite knowing that if Asa finds out, he will kill him. And Asa has always been a step ahead of everyone in his life, including Sloane. No one has ever gotten in his way. No one except Carter. So, very suspenseful, very sexy, scary thriller, which I read a book similar to this back in the fall. So I'm excited to read something like this from Colleen Hoover. I'm so used to reading all of her cute rom-com type of books, like her little love story books. So very excited. So I wanted to share these two with you guys in case you guys wanted to pick these up and try to read both of these physical books yourself for February. So with that being said, that's going to conclude our February reset routine. I'm excited for us to conquer our goals, smash them together, and seeing what this month brings us. I'm excited to get started. If you guys did like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, hit that bell for notifications so you never miss another video like this with me again, and go follow me over on Instagram. I love you all so much, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.